definition: musical mammal. Solution: dingbat. And our solution to fun with a pun on television is definition. And now let's have some fun with the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you, David. This is how you start the week, dingbat. My goodness. Hello there. Welcome to Definition. Nice to have you back here with us. And we've got a team of champions that Dave will introduce right now.
That's our husband and wife team of David and Julie Black.
Hello there, David. Julie, nice to see you again. You have one win to your credit, right? And you didn't do as well with the bonus. Well, you said
Time saved us.
Yes, that's right. Time ran out and you got $80, but you had said before that, when you were sitting waiting, you were getting all the bonuses just like that, right?
That's life.
Well, that's, yeah, well, it's a little more pressure when you're up here. All set to go again?
Yep.
All right, good luck. We are meeting the challengers for the first time, and they are whom?
It's another husband and wife combination, Jim. Let's say hello to Phil and Maggie Cascanet.
Hello there, Maggie. Phil, nice to have you both here. Let's see, Maggie, a homemaker, you like knitting and sewing, and you set a record in the family in childbirths.
That's right. In Phil's family, there are 9 grandchildren, and I had the biggest at 10 pounds, and the smallest at 6 pounds, 7 ounces, and the most at once.
And the most at once, how many?
2.
Two?
Just 2, that's all anyone
Oh.
needs.
How
So I
many-
guess I also set the record for having the 2 in the closest
I
time
would think
space.
so. Is this
Yeah,
the I
that's
don't know if
the-
we can see. That's a little close, but that's. I think that may be a little too small
Too
for us
small.
to get.
Left the
but
bigger one at
this
home.
is for good luck with
Yeah.
the family. Can't get it, or can we get it there? That it's that. Well, trust me, there are 3 handsome children in there someplace, and 2 of them are twins, right?
That's right. It's the littlest
All
one.
right, hang on to your picture for good luck. And Phil, a chartered accountant, you like microcomputers, and that's funny. I saw 3 good-looking children there, but it says here that you are the parent of a fly.
Well, actually, the youngest son is a fly.
Oh,
The last time,
can I look again?
doesn't look like one, does he?
Okay.
He's got black hair, though. The last time we were going up to my father's, he was really trying to get out of going up there, and we couldn't figure out why. I said, well, don't you want to go up to Grandpa's to see him? He said, no. He treats me like a common housefly. Apparently, they had been dueling with fly swatters the last time.
Oh, so Grandpa treats him like a fly, right? He'll slap him down there. Yeah, Grandpa's got a good way of getting their attention, right? Nice to have you here. Good luck in the match. We will start the best 3 out of 5 with this definition.
Certain animals that are very famous.
And of course, we use the word certain to refer to something specific. Certain specific animals that are very famous. Starting with the challengers. Maggie, give a letter away that you do not want.
I'll give away the X.
There is no X. Phil, that means you can take a letter that you do want.
How about an E?
There are 3 E's, off to a very good start. They're in the same word, here, here, and here. Do either of you know certain animals that are very famous? There's the signal time is up. We go over to David to give his first letter away.
I'll give away a V.
No V as in Victor. Julie, to take a letter.
I'll take an R.
R as in Robert. 1 R. Also in that last word, here. Oh, yes. Do you know certain animals that are very famous?
Not anymore.
Then we're over to Maggie to give one away.
I'll give away a Z.
There's no Z. Phil, you can take a letter.
Try an S.
S as in Sam. 1 S. Going at the end of the first word. Now, do you know certain animals that are very famous? Back we go to the champions and David Black to give one away.
I'll give away a W.
Uh-oh. W is in that solution, giving your opponents the letter W, and with it a free guess. Phil and Maggie, do you know certain animals that are very famous? Still your turn. That was their turn. Maggie, give one away.
Give away the Q.
No Q. Phil, to take a letter.
T.
I'm sorry?
T?
T as in Thomas? No. No T. No letter on the board. No guess. It's certain animals that are very famous. Starting with the toughie. Give one away, David.
Give away the J.
There is no J. Julie, you can take one.
I'll take a C.
C as in Charles. 2 C's. One at the beginning of this word, second at the beginning of this word. For the first definition of the match, certain animals that are very famous.
Cause célèbre.
That's exactly right. Yes, a little French there. Cause célèbre. Yes. We got a yes, there we go. It didn't come down there from. I think they were double checking what you said. Yeah, you said cow célèbre. Yeah, I was very quite sure what you said. Certain animals that are very. What's that?
He got it right, and I was thinking something else.
Yeah, you got the cows right away, but you had to get the celebrity to go with you. That, of course, is celebrity in French. Certain animals that are very You know, I was suddenly thinking there, Phil, there with your grandfather and the fly swatter, and thinking of him as a fly. Boy, if Jeff Goldblum ever came to your house, would Grandpa be in trouble? We'll be back to the match right after this commercial timeout. Before we get back to the match, Maggie was saying, boy, she hopes the next one is not a French definition. And we'll get to this Hungarian definition after we look at the runner-up prizes.
The compact Tefal mini fryer with charcoal filter and locking lid fries safely without cooking odors or splatters, complete with fondue forks from Tefal by Seb. Or a vacuum cleaner, compliments of Totes. When the weather turns bad, turn to a Totes. Rain rolls right off. Totes hats and caps that you can take along anywhere to stay warm and dry.
All righty, back to the match with a couple of nice husband and wife teams here. The champs lead 1-0. Here's the next definition.
Old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow.
Old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow. You're trailing, Phil. We'll start with you to give a letter away this time.
I'll give away an X.
There is no X, and Maggie to take a letter.
I'll take an E, please.
There is one E at the end of this three-letter word. Do either of you know old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow? Over to Julie. Give a letter away.
I'll give away the Q.
There is no Q, and David, you can take a letter.
I'll take an A.
There are two A's. One A goes here. Here is the second. With those three vowels, do you know old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow? Back over to Phil. Give a letter away.
Give away the Z.
Uh-oh. There's a Z in that solution. There's a Z that goes right here. David and Julie, a couple of Zs in a row here. My goodness. Kid, you've got a free guess. Do you know old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow? Still your turn. That was a free guess. Julie, give one away.
I'll give away a J.
No J. Take one, David.
I'll take a T.
T as in Thomas. One T here. Do you know old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow? And we're back to the challengers and Phil to give one away.
Try a V.
V as in Victor. No V. So Maggie, this time you can take a letter.
An R, please.
R as in Robert. Two R's. One at the beginning of this word, a second at the end of this word. You can tie up the match if you know old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow. Now, back up to the champs. Kind of tricky. Julie, give one away.
I'll give away a Y.
No Y. Take one, David.
I'll take a C.
C as in Charles. There are two of them. One completes this word, the second at the beginning of this word. Do you know old newspaper headline about a visitor from Moscow?
The Russians are coming.
That's right. The Russians are coming. Yes. The Russians are coming. The key there was old newspaper headline before the communists when the czars in the olden days. The Russians are coming. Very inventive definition. My goodness, we went from French to Russian there. Man, we didn't get that. I was teasing. Let's get to an English definition. This sure looks like all English to me. Well, my goodness, we're going to be starting with Phil and Maggie, and with this definition.
Bald man's delight.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, say it out loud, David.
Bald man's delight.
Say it out loud, David.
A bald man's delight.
Bald man's delight. Starting with Phil and Maggie over here.
Better get this.
Maggie, give a letter away.
I'll give an X.
No X. Phil, take a letter.
How about an E?
Well, Phil knows something about it. There are 4 E's. Here they come. Here's the second, the third, and the fourth. Maggie and Phil, do you know a bald man's delight? Oh, boy. Over to David. Give a letter away.
I'll give away an X.
No X. Julie, take a letter.
I'll take an A.
2 A's. One by itself here. Here is the second. And you can win with this, David and Julie. Do you know a bald man's delight? And we're back over to Maggie to give one away.
I'll give away a Z.
There is no Z. Phil, you can take a letter.
T.
T as in Thomas, no T. No letter on the board, no guess. A bald man's delight. Back to the chaps. And David to give one.
I'll give away a J.
No J. Take one, Julie.
I'll take an S.
S as in Sam. One S, and it goes here. A bald man's delight. Back to Maggie. Tuffy, give one away.
I'll give away a Q.
No Q. Take a letter, Phil.
How about an H?
H as in Harry. There is one H going at the beginning of this word. Do you know a bald man's delight? Back we go to David to give a letter away.
I'll give away U.
There is no U. Take a letter, Julie.
Take an R.
R as in Robert. Two R's. One goes here. Here is the second for your second win. Do you know a bald man's delight?
A receding hairline.
You got it for the win, yes. If it recedes, all the hair is coming back. And David and Julie Black with 3 in a row of their second win in this prize.
The World Book 22-volume encyclopedia, including research guide and index volume. Easy to use, easy to read, and easy to understand. Furnished by World Book Childcraft International.
Yes, yeah, you're thinking of the R-E-C-E-D, but Julie got right on the right track there with seeding, like planting the seeds, the hair coming back. We'll get to the bonus for cash in a moment. Have to say goodbye to Phil and Maggie, but we're not saying goodbye. We're going to say so long. During the commercial break there, my producer and I were rushing around and talking to one another. They replayed the tape, and they were not sure whether, with that phrase, cause célèbre, whether he said the animal cause célèbre or the phrase cause célèbre. So we never want to take anything away from them on the assumption that he knew what it was, but on the assumption that he may have said it slightly wrong, we want to give you every benefit of the doubt. So Phil and Maggie, we will invite you back to compete again, all right? So we'll see you then, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks, maybe next week or so, okay? Look forward to seeing you then, and maybe you'll get on track a little bit better, all right? Okay. Now let's play the bonus for cash with David and Julie Black.
How two certain Arctic animals said goodbye.
How two certain, that is too specific, how two certain Arctic animals said goodbye. Do you know it for $210? All right, here come the letters. They come alphabetically. For $200, there's your first letter. How two certain Arctic animals, two specific animals, said goodbye.
There's polar bears and Arctic foxes.
Yeah, that's it. You think, yeah, think of the animals in the Arctic.
Marty Brown. Seals.
What? How they
Wait a
said-
minute. Sealed with a kiss. Wait a minute. Something sealed with.
Go ahead.
Sealed.
They sealed it with a kiss.
You got it for $160. That's it. That's nicely done. You were thinking of all bears, foxes, and as soon as you said seal, said goodbye, you got right on the right track. Good thinking. Well, see, this time you proved worthy with the bonuses. Well done. $160 on that. David and Julie have their second win. If they become 5-time champions, I know they will enjoy this.
The Alan White Sofa by Krahler. The fashion-conscious design, contemporary beauty of the fabric, superior deep-seating comfort, and unsurpassed quality. Together, they are Alan White by Krahler.
New team of challengers. Who are they, David?
Well, this time, Jim, we have a cousin duo. Let's meet Marco Speranza and Greg Campanella.
Hello there. Marco on the outside, yes. Greg here. Get acquainted. Let's see. Marco, you are a truck driver. You like most sports. You work out a lot. Yeah, okay, good. And you have a very big appetite for donuts. What constitutes a very big appetite for donuts?
Well, it gets me, I practice up for eating contests.
You practice for eating contests.
Yep.
How many donuts constitutes practicing for eating contests?
2 dozen of donuts.
2 dozen donuts?
Yeah.
You better keep working out there, Marco, or you're going to be a whole team by yourself here. Greg, you're a restaurant worker. You keep Marco supplied with donuts? No. You're like sports, movie buff. You like the Chipmunk Christmas records.
Well, I entered a contest by mistake of dancing to Christmas carols of the Chipmunks, and I danced for 8 hours straight.
You danced for 8 hours straight?
The Chipmunks Christmas carols.
See, before he did that, Greg looked like Marco.
Right.
With the donuts. Well, we're going to feed Marco some donuts to get him into the mood of the things while you watch this commercial timeout, and then we will get right into the match here. Nice to have you here, guys.
Friends, come and join us in the studio audience. Or if you'd like to be a contestant and take home some nice prizes. Right definition, CFTO TV Box 9, Station O, Toronto, Ontario, M4A to M9. Jim?
Thank you, David. And now back to our soap opera. When last we talked to Marco, he was practicing for an eating contest by eating 24 donuts. Now we'll pick up, and Marco got into the contest, right?
Yep.
What, the contest was spaghetti?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, I was in a spaghetti eating contest.
Yeah.
You had to have your hands behind your back.
Hands behind the back eating spaghetti,
And the first one finished won $50.
and you won $50
Yes, I did.
eating spaghetti with your hands behind your back.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry I brought that up. Brought that up probably is a good turn of phrase. Now, we'll start with this definition.
Makeup you should use on a cruise ship.
Makeup you should use on a cruise ship. Now let's get down to business. Marco, give a letter away that you do not want.
A Z?
Z, did you say?
Yes.
There's no Z. And Craig, you can take a letter that you need.
P.
P?
P as in Peter.
Thank you. There's no P. I'm sorry about that. No letter on the board, no guess. We're over to Julie to give one away.
I'll give away a Q.
No Q. Take one, David.
I'll take an E.
There are 3 E's, 2 of them in that first word, and another E here. First definition to the chaps. If you know makeup you should use on a cruise ship.
Eyeliner.
Yes, indeed. That's the one. Liner, ship, boat, eyeliner. Chaps got the first definition. Here's the next one.
Why the shortstop didn't meet Cinderella.
Why the shortstop did not meet Cinderella. You
Who
gentlemen
cares?
like sports. We're starting with you. Greg, give a letter away this time.
T?
T as in Thomas? There is no, there is a T as in Thomas in that solution. Giving your opponents a free guess right away with a T. David and Julie. Why the shortstop didn't meet Cinderella.
He caught,
the ball.
Incorrect, but that was a free guess. Give a letter away, David.
I'll give away the X.
There is no X. Julie, you can take a letter.
I'll take an A.
There is one A in the 4-letter word here. And again, do you know why the shortstop did not meet Cinderella?
He threw the ball.
Incorrect. And we're over to Greg to give a letter away.
To give a letter away, Y?
There is no Y. Marco, this time you can take a letter.
M?
M as in Mary? Yes? There is an M. One M, and it goes here. To tie up the match, gentlemen, do you know why the shortstop did not meet Cinderella?
He missed the ball.
That's what it is. He missed the ball. Yeah. David and Julie, you were around that thing. Yeah. He did not meet Cinderella because he missed the ball. I think if you had just another moment to think about it. We've got a tie. Here's the next definition.
Certain seasoning for a commercial.
Certain specific seasoning for a commercial. Give a letter away, Julie, as they got the last one. We start with you.
I'll give away a Z.
There's no Z. Take one, David.
I'll take an E.
There are 2 E's, one at the end of this word, the second in this word. Certain seasoning for a commercial.
Spice for a break?
Nope. Over to Marco to give a letter away.
A Y?
Oh, you're giving them a great letter. There's the letter Y. David or Julie, a free guess. Certain seasoning for a commercial.
Time for a break.
That's the seasoning. Time. T-H-Y-M-E. Time for a break. It's not time for a break. We're going to keep right on playing. We were not, no commercials. No. 2-1 favor the chaps. They can win with this. The challengers need it to tie. David?
How the unmarried lady burned supper.
How the unmarried lady burned supper. Gentlemen, you need this. Greg, give a letter away.
Y.
No Y. Take a letter, Marco.
A G?
G as in George. No G. No letter on the board. No guess. How the unmarried lady burned supper. David, to give one away.
I'll give away an X.
No X. Take one, Julie.
I'll take an E.
There are 3 E's. One at the end of this word, one at the end of this, and one in this word. You can win with this. Do you know how the unmarried lady burned supper? Back to the challengers and Greg Campanella to give one away.
Z.
No Z, good choice. And Marco Esperanza to take one.
T?
T as in Thomas, good choice as well. There is a T that goes here. Does it give you for a tie game how the unmarried lady burned supper? And we're back over to David to give one away.
Give away a Q.
No Q. Take one, Julie.
S.
S as in Sam. 4 S's. That's a great letter. 2 of them go together in this word, and here is the 4th. For your 3rd win, do you know how the unmarried lady burned supper?
She made a mistake.
You got it for that 3rd win. Yes, indeed. Unmarried, miss. Burned supper, she made a mistake. And David and Julie have their 3rd win and this prize.
The AX18 Daisy Wheel Portable Electronic Typewriter with full-line lift-off correction memory and complete range of automatic functions, making it ideal for students and home typists. From Brother.
And we'll play the bonus for cash in a moment. Have to say goodbye to Marco and Greg. Well, gentlemen, I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed kidding with you. I hope you guys will come back and see us again. Thank you for joining us now. Marco and Greg have some nice parting gifts for you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Let's quickly get into the bonus with David and Julie Black. David?
Clearly understanding your spouse.
Clearly understanding your spouse. You two are aware of that, right? Clearly understanding your spouse. Do you know it for $190?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Wait a minute now.
Here come the letters for $180. Here's your first letter. Clearly understanding your spouse. As a switch on a very well-known phrase.
Okay. Clearly understanding. Clearly understanding.
Yeah, clearly understanding your spouse.
Clear, wait a minute.
As
Clear as mud. That's what that is.
120.
Begins-
Clearly understanding
Something
your
begins
spouse.
At home. So, charity. Wait, clarity begins at home.
You got it for $110. Yes, indeed. Clarity begins at home. Nicely done. Yeah, clearly understanding, that is clarity. Clarity begins at home. That's how you clearly understand your spouse. Good job. Well, now after getting started slowly with that first bonus, you've done very well since then. 3 prizes and $350. So anything averaging over $100, you're doing a very good job on that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
3 wins for the champions, and now I cannot go any further. They absolutely, I have to get back to that other definition. It is indeed time for a break. That is all the time we have for today. David and Julie, we'll invite you back tomorrow to defend the title, trying for your 4th win, doing very well. I do have a second here. I wanted to ask, Dave, you and your wife went on a holiday, you went on a vacation in Las Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you said you really enjoyed it, right?
Loved it.
Did you tell, you didn't tell the audience about what happened to you when you were gambling, though, did you? No.
Not all of it.
See, David went out one evening, and he got really he won $2,000. And he came back to the hotel room and with $2,000 told his wife Marlene, he said, I'm buying you a fur coat. She went to sleep feeling good. He won $2,000. He put the $2,000 under the pillow. But after a while, he felt lucky again. So Dave got up and took the money, and he went downstairs, started to gamble again, and lost the $2,000. Next morning, Marlene woke him up and said, well, let's go get the main coat. And he reached under the pillow and said, no, I don't. Let's go back to sleep. I don't feel $2,000. See you tomorrow on Definition.
Prizes on Definition include a selection of products from Remington, featuring the Microscreen and Lady Remington His and Hers cordless rechargeable shavers, the cordless travel shaver, and the Travel Plus hair dryer. Promotional consideration provided by Attens. Loss of bladder control need no longer be such a problem. Disposable Attens, specially designed to help keep you dry, comfortable, and confident. And the Canon Sure Shot Supreme, with advanced features such as auto flash, extended range autofocus, and many more. And Remington, with the Remington Microscreen and Lady Remington His and Hers cordless rechargeable shavers. Shave as close as a blade, or you get your money back.